Hey guys, Comic Book Steve here again with another haul. This one's actually going to be really short. I got some books to show off, uh, and some books I got off of my comic shop, some books I picked up today at Newberry, and a couple of eBay books that I'm excited about. So figured I'd do a little haul. I usually do a half hour or uh, right around there, 25 minutes video, so I figured I'd just do this little quick one. I actually didn't pick up any new releases this week. There was nothing to grab, which was really sucks because I wanted to take advantage of that Newberry deal they have going on where you get buy two get one free if it's $3.99 and under. I thought it was $4.99 and under, but it's $3.99. So Civil War 2 won't fall into that, unfortunately. Um, so that sucks. I was hoping to find something, but there was nothing that I was interested in. Hopefully next week will be a little better. I think actually I think there's only one book I want next week, that Miles Morales Spider-Man. But anyway, let's just jump into it. I will start off with the books I got off of my comic shop, since I think that's the biggest bunch here. First one we got X-Men #1. This is not the regular edition. So I like X-Men a lot. He's pretty overpowered. Um, so he doesn't really work in a lot of settings because he can just kind of take down anyone. But I've always been attached to that character. He was this was my favorite series in when I was reading Age of Apocalypse as it was coming out. And I was really happy when they extended this character into the main Marvel universe. He's kind of fallen off the radar. I don't know where he is now. I think he died at the end of his series, and then he came back during Dark Reign in like the Dark X-Men miniseries. I don't know what happened to him after that. Uh, but I liked his '90s incarnation. I really liked the series. Had awesome art from Steve Strois. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I wanted his first appearance again. I had gotten rid of my copy of X-Men #1 and all the issues I had a long time ago. But I didn't want to get the regular copy. I feel all those '90s books are so overprinted. Unless you have like Deadpool #1 or Batman Adventures #12, you're not really gonna enjoy any growth there. So I wanted to get something that was a little more interesting. They have a second print, so I thought that was cool. The second print is this. It came out, I think, 2 or 3 months after the series ended, or after the first issue. You'll see advertisements for X-Men Omega, which is the bookend of the Age of Apocalypse series. But yeah, it's a nice copy, very fine. It was really cheap. I think it was like $1 or $2. Second print. I don't know what the print run is on this, but I'm sure it's less than whatever the first print was. So I thought that was a fun one to get. Then I also picked up. I had ordered this before I got the other copy I had of Venom Space Knight number, was this 11? Because I couldn't find it in any of the stores I went to, and then I ended up finding it while this was en route. So now I have two copies. Like I said last week, it's a pretty crappy story. Disappointed with it, but it's a cool cover, so not terrible. I used my credit for it, so not a loss, not a huge loss at least. This one is fun. Venom 31. This is, I think I paid $2 or $3 for this on my comic shop. This is the first appearance of, I forget her name, the girl who becomes Mania. So 38 is the first appearance of her as Mania. 31 is the first appearance of her alter ego. They don't name her, but you see like an interaction between her and Flash Thompson, where she has dialogue, and she's commenting on him moving into the apartment and or the apartment complex and all that. But she doesn't actually say her name. I think he asks her, and she just kind of shrugs it off because she's being all goth and all that. But it is her first appearance. It is the character. This one hasn't hit as hard as the other book, for good reason. 38 is where she actually has the costume and all that. But it's a fun one to get. I was glad to find it for cheap before it if it does take off, before it took off. I don't know what they're gonna do with that character. I'm not even sure why that 38 took off as it did. it's been around for a while. But yeah, if you're interested, this is the first appearance of that character before she got the Mania symbiote suit. Then I also picked up Spider-Man Deadpool #1, the 7th print. This one I haven't seen in stores yet, so I'm sure the print run is pretty small. Don't know what it would be, but I now that they're into the 7th printing, I'll be picking up whichever printings come out for this. I'd be excited to see it come out as an 8th printing. I haven't seen a book do an 8th printing in a long time. Not even Star Wars #1 did an 8th printing. I can't remember the last book that did an 8th printing. I think Miss Marvel #1 went up to 7. Like I said, Star Wars went up to 7. This one's now at 7. So we'll see where it goes. But it's a white cover, so it'll be hard to keep in good condition over the years, and I'm sure the print run is pretty low. So it's a cool book. I think everyone knows my thoughts on Deadpool and Spider-Man, but I do like the later printing, so that gives an extra bonus, even if I'm not crazy about Deadpool. Then I picked up this one. I forget what this cost. I think this was like $5 or $6. It was pretty cheap, and I think it was a 1 in 25 or maybe a 1 in 50. This is from the 2014 series of Black Widow, number 18. So it's late in the series. It's a high ratio variant, and it's a really cool looking cover. So I thought I'd grab it. I've been really enjoying the Mark Waid and Chris Shemi series going on now. So I've been looking at some of the older Black Widow back issues, and this one caught my eye. It's a nice cover. Don't know who the artist on this is, but it's a really nice cover. Pretty cheap variant. And that was the My Comic Shop books. This one I got today at Newberry. This was in their what they call their back issue bin. I guess what could be called their back issue bins of fairly recent new releases. Carnage #2. So this one, now I'm only missing number 3. So I'll probably pick that one up when I see it. Really cool series. Like I said before, if you haven't been reading it and you're into Spider-Man and Carnage and all that, it's pretty cool. I've been enjoying it. I also picked up this. Probably paid more than I should have for it, but I hadn't seen it in a while, so I forgot about it. And I wanted to pick up something, so they lucked out. This was $10. This is the Web Warriors #2 Gabriel Dell'Otto variant. I don't think I recall him doing Spider-Gwen before, so I thought that was fun. You could probably find it on eBay for cheaper. I think after shipping it, you'd probably end up coming out to the same thing. But yeah, I thought it was fun, so decided to pick it up. Haven't seen it in a while. This one I was glad to find. This is another one of those cosmically enhanced variants from the Black Vortex miniseries or crossover. This was in their back issue-ish bin. So it's 50% off, $7.99. So it was a pretty good price. This is the Jean Grey cover. It's hard to tell it's Jean Grey. I think that's. I mean, it's been on my radar, but not like super high because even though it's a cool looking cover by Sorrentino, it's hard to tell it's Jean Grey unless you know the story. So I don't know if it'll get any attention, but I thought it was a really fun looking cover. Really well done art, and it was half off, so that was a bonus. It's Guardians of the Galaxy number 25. So it was a nice find. Then I also got Web Warriors #1. This one, I didn't realize the price was $4.99, so it didn't fall into a buy 2 get 1 free deal. But I do have #1 already. I just didn't have it in this cover. I had the Scotty Young cover, so I thought I'd just grab this one. And then lastly, this is the one I'm most excited about. I got this on eBay. Let's show it off. Amazing Spider-Man 15, the Campbell Store exclusive with the Iron Spider-Man Mary Jane. Amazing looking cover. One of my favorite J. Scott Campbell covers. When it came out, leading up to when it came out and shortly thereafter. I think it was like an $80 book. I got this for $40, and this is the signed version, which I was really excited to get. I don't know what this cost when it was on the store, but this was on eBay where I got it. But I thought that was a really good price, considering it was like $80, $90 just for the without a signed, the non-signed color edition. A few weeks ago or a month ago. So I was excited about that. So I picked it up. I was kicking myself for not getting it before. Glad to have found it now for a reasonable price. Yeah, so it's definitely one of my favorite Campbell covers. Not my absolute favorite. My favorite is still the Renew Your Vows #1, 1 in 50 variant. But this one is definitely at number 2 for sure. It's got the certificate of authenticity, so all is good. Yeah, so that's all I got. Pretty short haul. Probably do one in a few weeks. I think I have one book coming from eBay, and well, there's only one book I need next week for new releases, so might be a few weeks. We'll see if I end up going to like a shop between now and then. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone for subscribing. I think I'm 350 something, so that's pretty awesome. When I get to 400, I'll probably do another subscriber contest video. But yeah, thanks for subscribing, watching, and all that good stuff. Look forward to your videos, and take care.